Hey, what is up, all of my horror nuts out there? Yeah, I said horror nuts. I don't know why. But welcome back to Late Night Frights. My name is Jeremy, and this week we are back with a brand new theme. So last week was horror battles. I almost said last week's theme was horror battles, and that would have not made any sense. So last week we had our horror battles, and this week we are doing a theme. And that is our top 10 favorite horror sequels theme. That is a mouthful. So, starting off with number 1, I would have to say Halloween 2. I just love this. This is really one of my favorite sequels to Halloween. Of course, this is the 30th anniversary edition. I can't believe that I found this. Really great condition for like $2. Really, $2 for? Oh my! Seriously, that old couple was wow. But God love them. Wow. But anyways, Halloween 2. It is right after the events of Halloween. Takes place really the second after that movie ended. And it is mostly based in a hospital, which I love. Hospitals, to me, I would hate to be in a hospital. I don't like going to hospitals to visit sick family members. Yeah, I do it because I love them, but I hate hospitals. Just, all the infection and sickness inside the hospitals, they can never keep them completely clean, and my dog's snoring. I don't like them. That's the one thing that, like The Walking Dead, Halloween, which are completely two different things, but The Walking Dead, it starts off, after Rick wakes up from the coma, he is in a hospital, and that hospital looks terrible, and, just like, anything could have been in that hospital. And like Michael Myers apparently goes to hospitals, so therefore I don't like hospitals that much. Making a joke out of that, but anyway, my number 2 would have to be Evil Dead 2. I really do love Evil Dead movies. Evil Dead 2 I do prefer over the first, but that's just because I've seen Evil Dead 2 before The Evil Dead. I saw The Evil Dead right after I watched Evil Dead 2, get in the floor, and that's really like one of the main reasons why I prefer it over the original The Evil Dead. So with the Evil Dead 2, it is kind of their own, it's a different take on the original movie. Yes, it's a sequel, but also it's the same movie with different aspects. Instead of a group of friends, it's Ash and his girlfriend going to the log cabin, But we do get new characters such as Bobby Joe. I would have done that Scream, but that dude takes the cake. But, besides, all the jokes and stuff that I like to add in my videos because I am a goofy guy, it is my favorite. Army of Darkness is also, is another favorite of mine, but it's not in my top 10. Doesn't mean, it doesn't mean I considered it. I really did, but I just couldn't, I'm going to do so much with Halloween that it just really didn't seem, needed because I have a couple more of the Halloween films that are in my top 10. But before I get to those, let's talk about A Nightmare on Elm Street, which my favorite sequel would have to be Dream Warriors Part 3. I just love that. I am the Wizard Master. Just, I love that it's so goofy, but it's still, has all that comedic aspects to it, but it's still a great horror movie. And that's what I like about Evil Dead 2. It had more comedy than the first one, but it's still, it's like that horror comedy. That's what I like that. When you still watch a movie and you're like, this is a horror movie, but it's funny, welcome to prime time, stuff like all those, one-liners that Freddy's had in these movies. But still, you're watching that horror movie, but he just makes it so fun. Which horror movies are fun to watch anyways, otherwise I won't be on this channel. But still, just, all that, comedicness from Mr. England that he puts in the films. I love it. And, of course, if you haven't seen Dream Warriors, you need to watch it. You really need to watch it. So, moving on, we have Jaws 2. I grew up watching Jaws 2, Jaws 3, The Revenge, which The Revenge I loved as a child, and then when I watched it later on, when I wasn't dumb, why the frig is Jaws growling at people like a lion? Seriously, that makes no sense. A shark doesn't growl. Okay? I hate that movie now, but this is my favorite sequel because you have Jaws and then Jaws 2, which I really do. Brody is my favorite character, and it was sad that he passed away and wasn't able to make Part 3, which Part 3 probably would have been so much better. That sucked. But at least I have 2 good movies of Jaws in my collection. And basically, Jaws 2 is a bit of a time skip from the original movie. Peace has been, back on the island, and basically the child of Jaws returns for Brody blood. So that is really the short little plot for that. Up next, we have Friday the 13th Part 2. This is a double feature, Friday the 13th Part 1 and 2. But is the disc even in here? Well, where the heck is my disc? Oh, I'm so mad right now. Do it for the video. Do it for the video. Okay, I have to find my. I do not lose my discs. It's in the DVD player in their bedroom. Okay. Oh, I was scared. Alright, so, Friday the 13th Part 2 is, I do like it. I've heard mixed things about it. People like it, people don't like it. I'm one of the people that do like it. To me, I like that look for Jason. The overalls, the flannel shirt, the potato sack over his head. And then, we're introduced to the hockey mask, and then that becomes, it's so, that's Jason, that's his trademark. So before, before Jason had the hockey mask and the machete, he was a good old country boy with a potato sack on his head with a pickaxe. Isn't it funny how things change? No, but seriously, the plot for this is like every other Jason movie. Jason Voorhees wants to kill counselors for Camp Crystal Lake. They really need to put like more of a story in these films. Sorry if I mean, I do like Friday the 13th movies, well, some of them, but it's kind of the same, except for Jason X, which what was they on when they wrote that script? I'm getting into a rant, I need to stop. But, Friday the 13th Part 2, and up next, why the heck did I bring this in here? Okay, so, next is Halloween H2O, which of course, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, that's my trilogy, and of course I'm going to have to add it in in the movie. What is up with me? In the video. So Halloween H2O takes place 20 years later, after the events of Halloween 1 and 2. Laurie Strode has changed her name and has a kid, and she is now teaching at a school. And somehow dear Mikey manages to track her down, and of course Michael Myers goes from a small hometown killer to a hospital killer to a school killer. He just goes to so many random locations. That's what I love about Michael. You know, first Haddonfield, Illinois, then Haddonfield's hospital, and then he just goes to a freaking big sorority school to kill. He must have very well traveled miles. But last on this, it doesn't mean it's my favorite. I didn't do these in order. I didn't really see the point of having to go through that, mental stress, like which one do I prefer over this one, and then kind of go on that line. But last but not least, Friday the 13th Part 3. I really do like this. This is the first movie that we see Jason with his Canadian hockey mask, which I really do like. I like that look. I like the hockey mask and the machete, but I also like the overalls or coveralls, whatever, with the flannel shirt and the potato sack for a mask. That's like the ground zero Jason. That's like, okay, we've made this. Instead of having him be that get out country boy, we're going to move him up to a hockey mask killer. How was that decided? Anyway, Friday the 13th Part 3. Of course, it's like most of the Friday the 13th movies. Jason Voorhees wants to kill some more counselors, and he succeeds. I really wish I could elaborate more on Friday the 13th films, but that's what most of them really are. Instead of getting to like the later on movies, like Part X, like how far in the future is that supposed to be? And how the heck? I hate that movie. I hate it. But let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 more to go. So, of course, Day of the Dead. I love that movie. It, like the acting, and it's good. Bub is, wow. Just such a great performance by the entire cast. And, like, I love the practical effects that they use in those movies. But, of course, it is a sequel to Night of the Living Dead. And so night, dawn, and day. So this is, it's been a while since the zombie outbreak. And a new group of protagonists are trying to find shelter. And they do in an underground bunker with military soldiers who are leaded by the world's biggest douchebag. And of course, next is Dawn of the Dead, which I absolutely love too. Also takes place in a mall. It takes place in a mall, which back then was a big risk because malls were new back then, and it wasn't for sure if there's going to be a big thing or not. So Romero was really taking a big step with the mall, but of course it paid out to be, the dude was right. What else can I say? But that, that is before day. And still, it's been a little while since the zombie outbreak, and we have, a group of survivors trying to find shelter, and they eventually do at a mall. And even in the movie, they're like, what is that? They didn't know what a mall was. There was new things back then, and it was really big risk using them. But yet again, it did pay off. So congratulations, Romero. Congratulations. And also the gore and the practical effects in that movie as well is really good. They did have like some comedic aspects to it, like throwing pies and stuff. I remember that, like when the bikers come to the mall. And one more to go. One more to go. So I'm pretty sure. I need to keep track. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so one more. What will it be? What will it be? I'm gonna have to go with Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. And yes, I have a buttload of Halloween films in mind, but Halloween is my favorite horror franchise. Even though it has so many bad movies like Rob Zombie's movies, Halloween, Halloween 2. So yeah, those are my top 10 favorite horror movies. And sorry about the cut there. I am going to cut I cut this big rant about Rob Zombie, but I do want to say this. I don't like his first movie, but I don't hate it as much as the second one. And to me, it felt more like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre type of movie, especially with the mask, where it had the lines and stuff in it. But really, that's all I'm going to say. I think it would have done a lot better with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and of course, stay tuned for more videos on Late Night Frights. Hopefully, you get to see this one. And I really appreciate everyone that does watch my videos. Really appreciate it. Without you guys, really no point of doing these videos on Late Night Frights, and that's from everybody. You guys are what makes us want to do more videos and do stuff for the channel, so thank you guys very much. Without you, there would be no Late Night Frights. So thank you guys for watching so much. My name is Jeremy. Please check us out on Facebook. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video that I do. And once again, this is me telling you to be careful, because you never know what might be lurking in the shadows.